We're live right on Facebook. We're live on Spreaker. We're also live on iHeartRadio and other platforms. And so I want to welcome everyone here. It's time for the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I'm your host, Lakeisha-mcknight, your leadership specialist and your wealth mentor. So I'm excited to be here on this Monday evening. It's a Monday evening, March the 30th of 2020. And so this is a live stream slash podcast style show that we normally do every single evening, somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single night. And our whole goal, okay, let me share with you what the goal of this show is. It really is meant to empower leaders, men and women like yourself, with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. That is what this particular show is all about. So I invite you, come on by on a nightly basis. Make sure that you have your notifications on and that you set it so that when we're connected, you know when I'm going live and you're able to tune in to the show, okay? So again, welcome aboard, everyone. I'm about to just dive right on in. So whether you're catching this live or the replay, welcome to the show, everyone. And if you're not familiar with the Leadership TKO brand, I always invite you to check out the main website that we do have, which is www.leadershiptko.com. So that's where you'll find out more information about the brand. So I'm just going to make sure that all is well as we are appearing on Facebook, and it sounds pretty good. Again, sounds pretty good. So for all of you, thank you so very much for being here. Be sure to share this out and feel free to leave your comments below, anything that resonates with you. And let's be a blessing. Let's educate the people, and of course, allow yourself to be educated as well. So we have a very special topic we're going to talk about tonight. I know some of my colleagues, they're actually doing a presentation. My company, the iLead company, we are affiliates of an e-commerce company. And within this e-commerce company, we have a team called Wealth Builders Worldwide. And we do presentations twice a day, just about, and we're educating people about wealth building. You know, how to build wealth using your cell phone or using your laptop. It doesn't matter where you are. And most people find themselves in the home. And so that's why we're placing emphasis and sharing information about how you can build wealth and generate cash flow. Because the demand right now, what most people need more of right now is cash flow. How do you get that revenue in your home when you're required to stay in your home? Okay, most people have to go to a workplace to work. And so we're educating you about that. And so today I'm going to be talking about a habit that's engaged in my millionaires. You know, in order for you to build wealth, in order for you to become a wealthy person, it's important that you understand and begin to do what the rich do. Again, do what the wealthy do, not necessarily what they say. And so one of the things that they do, they have a very, very important habit that they engage in. And so I'm going to share with you a little bit about what that habit entails. And I'm going to share a couple of screens here. So the first one that I'm going to share at this particular time, I'm going to share with you one particular screen, okay? One particular screen. So let me go ahead and get to it. Again, let's see if we can go ahead and share this. Here we go. Right here. Paying yourself first, everyone. Again, paying yourself first. So what does this actually mean? I'm actually at another website right here, so I can give you a very concise definition of what this actually looks like, okay? And so what is pay yourself first? So pay yourself first is a phrase, as you can see all the way down here, a phrase referring to the idea that investors, or those who are wealthy, I like to say, should routinely and automatically put money into savings before spending on anything else. So in other words, they're saving. Wealthy people are saving, okay, before they spend money on anything else. So that means they're actually bringing money into their pocket and keeping it, rather than first going out and paying other people, like, of course, your mortgage, like, of course, other bills out there. They're paying themselves first. They're saving first. Okay, and this is a very, very important habit to engage in if you want to truly build wealth. And so I'm going to share with you yet another screen here. So there's a very important book. I don't have it physically in my hand right now, but there's a very important book out there. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Okay. And so this site actually highlights 8 lessons from The Richest Man in Babylon. And so I want to encourage you, if you have not read this book, that you add this to your collection, that list of books that you would need to read. Okay, because it's a really, really important book. It teaches you valuable principles about building wealth. And so one of the principles, as you can see here, is paying yourselves first. Okay, one of the principles. And so I'm going to read this to you so you'll understand. Okay, it says one of the greatest lessons in the book has taught is this first lesson here. Okay, and there are certain characters in the book, and so that's what it's saying here. When Banser and Kobe seek the advice of their very wealthy friend, Arkad, right? He tells them a story. Arkad was once a poor scribe who made a deal with the rich man to find out the secret to wealth in exchange for his work on a clay inscription. The rich man gave him very valuable advice. I found the road to wealth, he said, when I decided that a part of all I earned was mine to keep, and so will you. See, although this is a very suitable message, it's very powerful in accumulating wealth. We cannot accumulate wealth if we do not save what we earned. Okay, we can do that by paying ourselves first and foremost before we spend any of our money that we've actually earned. Okay, so pay yourself first. So I know many of you are probably thinking, okay, well, Lakeisha, so you've shared this important principle about how wealthy people need to pay themselves first. In other words, saving, right? Holding on to a portion of what you're earning, saving and paying yourself first in that regard. But what do you actually save in? Some people think that you should be saving in this. Okay, so this is just an example of a $5 bill. Now, while most people think that this is money, it's not, because money is supposed to be something that's a great store of value. Okay, and I'm going to show you even the dollar bill. This dollar bill has lost 98% of its value. So it's truly only worth about 3 cents. Okay, it's lost majority of its value. And there are actually some people, some companies, and you're seeing this more and more, where because of all that's going on with the virus, right, they're not even accepting the dollar anymore. They don't even want to have the dollar exchange because of health reasons. You see, the the global economy is shifting. They're shifting easily. You see, the coronavirus is used as an excuse, but we're shifting into becoming more and more digital, because the dollar has lost the fiat currency, not just the US dollar, but the yen, the euro, the peso, right? Losing majority of its value. And so it's important that you understand that you cannot save in this. You can spend this, right, to get what you need, the essentials. But if you truly want to incorporate this habit of paying yourself first and saving, it's important that you save using real money. And so what is real money? What can sustain its value over time? Many of you have been plugged into some of my previous episodes, right? Where I shared with you how there is, of course, a form of money that has sustained its value over time. And I'm going to see if I can pull it up for you once again. If I can quickly get it, I'll pull it up for you. Let's see if we can get it. Okay. And so I'm going to stop sharing that particular screen there, and I'm going to pull up something else, and hopefully you'll see. There we have it. You're probably like, Lakeisha, how many times are you going to show me this particular image here? Well, okay, this is pulled again from Robert Kiyosaki's website, okay? And so as you can see, the yen, the dollar, the euro, look at where the value of these fiat currencies are, okay? Here you go. This dollar, this $5 bill, like, the value is extremely low right there. So don't save in something that's losing its value. It's practically dead. Okay? But you want to save in a form of money that has sustained its value. Look at that. Sustain its value throughout the century. Okay? And so what does that look like? Here is an example of what it looks like. I'm going to try to bring it closer. It might cover my face for a moment. You see that? And it might be a little backwards. I'm going to flip it over for you so we can see it correctly. But again, that's 1 gram of gold, everyone. So just as Robert Kiyosaki has been recommending, save in gold, and that's what the back of it looks like. Okay, of course, my husband and I, our family, got our picture on our gold. But you see that? Of course, now it done fell over. But you see that? You want to make sure that you save in gold. Again, let me show you a bit closer as far as what it looks like. Look at that. Okay, so that's the front of it, bringing it a bit closer so you can see. And here's what it looks like on the back. Okay, so you want to make sure this is something that sustains its value. Why? Because over time, the gold has increased over time. And if I have my other image, I would actually show you. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. Okay, and if I can show you really quick, and if I can pull it up really quick, we should be good to go. I'll be able to share with you how over time, holding on and saving in gold over time is more valuable, okay, because it's real money. So I'm going to pull up another screen for you so that you'll be able to see what I'm talking about here. Now, hopefully you can see this, okay? See, since 1932, gold has outperformed currency. Now, we talk about currency. We're talking about fiat currency, this. Gold has outperformed currency by more than 6,200%. Okay, so $100,000 worth of gold acquired in 1932, right here. If you got $100,000 worth of gold, right, from 1932, it is now worth over $6.2 million. Look at that. And if you would have took that same $100,000 in cash and saved it, that $100,000 from 1932, and if you just saved it, it's now worth only about $2,000. $2,000. So that goes to show you that it's lost its value, and this right here is not real money. This is not something that you should be saving in. You need to be saving in gold. Right? And that's exactly what my husband and I have been doing for a little over 3 years, everyone. And if you're someone and you're tuning in right now, well, you're like, Lakeisha, well, how do you get your hands on gold? How can you access gold? What I'm going to encourage you to do is inbox me or contact the person that may have shared this with you, because a part of my wealth building family, there are many of us out here where we're actually saving in gold. Okay, this is a habit. If you want to be rich, if you want to be wealthy, you want to do what the wealthy do. And we're saving. And so say for example, you're like, Lakeisha, well, how much is it to save in this? Okay. You're doing a simple exchange. You're exchanging some of this, right, for this. You're doing an exchange. You're not buying gold. You're exchanging one of lesser value for something of greater value. And that is gold. Okay, and you can start by acquiring as little as 1/10 of a gram of gold to save, to get that habit going for yourself. This is called cash gold. So it's just this paper, and it has that gold in the middle of it. Look in the middle. There's still gold. It's 0.1 grams of gold in the middle, and you're able to still save that. And this is a small increment. All right, so it's less than $7 to save that particular 0.1 grams of gold. And you can start there, depending on where your budget is, depending on how much disposable dollars you have available. So don't have it sitting in the bank where it's just rusting. It's not growing. All right. It's not growing at all. Put it somewhere in a vehicle, gold, where it's actually going to grow for you. You're protecting what you work so hard for. And so you're protecting it by placing it in this. Okay. Simple. So you register, you get a free gold savings account. You get back with the person that shared this with you. You inbox me. We get you your free gold savings account. It's just that simple. And for those of you who are looking for a means to generate cash flow, I know many of you are like, well, can you make money off of it? Absolutely. We get paid to save this. Okay. So as we save this, right, we get paid to do that. Okay. We get paid to do that. We get paid to help other people to do it. So if you have family members who need to do it, you're sharing information. You're not praying over them and trying to beg them to do it, okay? If they're ready to save, if they're ready to build wealth for themselves, they'll do it. It's just that simple. No strings attached, okay? So there's nothing mandatory that you have to do. No mandatory monthly fees, right? No mandatory registration fee because it's free to register. So you want to get on board. You want to get your free gold savings account because it's just that important. Many people are, I don't want you to have or make an assumption for most of you who have been employed that you're going to be able to go to a job after all of this isolation is over. Be in control of your own economy in your home. Don't place it in the hands of the government and waiting for a stimulus check. If you get those checks, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, do what it is that you need to do with it. Don't splurge, okay? Do not splurge. That's what it's not meant for. That money has to come from somewhere. Where's it coming from? It's going to come from your pocket, okay? It has to come from somewhere. And watch the prices of goods and services over time. Pay attention. Inflation is real, okay? The money has to come from somewhere. Pay attention. So again, I encourage you, if you need that weekly income, if you want to help others to save in real money, and this is real money, okay? Once again, this is real money. Get back with the person that shared this stream with you tonight. Start engaging and implementing this habit of paying yourself first with real money, gold. Start doing this more and more. Allow it to become a habit, and you'll see wealth become attracted to you. I've had many doors open. I've had many opportunities to become available. I've had wealth come my way because I'm saving in this consistently, right? So it's your choice, simple decision, best decision that my husband and I made over 3 years ago. So again, I thank you so very much for your time for tonight. This is our time together tonight with the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. We'll be back tomorrow night with some more great content to share with you. So until the next time that you and I come together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.